Here's what I learned this morning. I learned a number of things. You ready? Number one, most of the time when you fight with people that you care about, it is about either energy not matching. So you're in a quiet mood in the morning and I'm bounding around like the Energizer Bunny. Or you have a morning routine that really helps you feel like you, and now I'm in the way of that. And so however you expected things to go, somebody that you care about is now interrupting it. And you're not really mad at the other person. It's all this pent-up energy that you feel because you're not able to just go about the beginning of your day the way that you want to. And one of the things that I noticed in our interaction that I think is really important to distinguish, because it's something I'm kind of proud of, is that other than the really immature moment where I picked up my boots and threw them on your bed as a sign of protest of how mad I was that you were making me move my stuff so you could make your bed, I just let you, like the let them theory. I'm just like, she's going to get pissed. She needs to make her bed in a huff. She wants to be all bitchy. Let her. Just let her. And the second thing that I was able to do, because I unhooked myself from you, even when we were in the car, I'm like, just let her be annoyed. Let her be mad about this. Like, I don't have to fix it. I can let you have your emotion because your morning didn't go how you wanted it to go. And now you're pissed that you said you would drive me somewhere. We've all been there. But what diffuses it faster is not trying to actually change someone else's emotional state. Just let them be upset. Let them be mad. Let them feel guilty that they did something. And you just stay neutral in your body. And there was one moment when we were fighting that I felt an old pattern come up. And it's something I've worked hard to get rid of. I used to hold the things that I did for you guys over your heads when I was pissed at you. So, for example, you and I went shopping yesterday, and you were wearing the new running shoes I'd bought you. And I was a millisecond away from going, after all the things I bought you yesterday, you can't just let me pack. And I was like, nope. Nope, Mel. Because if you want to buy somebody something, buy them something. But do not hold that shit over their head as a reason they need to be obedient to you. That for me was a huge breakthrough on my part. And I'm not saying I was the best this morning, but I want to share that insight because one of the hardest things for me when I was little was feeling like I had to behave to get love. I had to comply if somebody bought me something, that everything came with strings attached, and that love was earned, not given. And not bringing up, after all the things I do for you, the stuff I just bought you, blah, as a way to drill you to do something. I think that is so important not to bring into your relationships. If you want to do something nice for something, do it because you want to do something nice for somebody, not because you're going to expect them to owe you something because of it.
Yeah. I also just think that in that situation, we both could have just taken...
We should have hugged.
That, but we both could have just taken a deep breath and relaxed because we were not in a rush, but we were acting like we were. And so unless it's life or death and you're about to hop in an ambulance, if you're in that kind of situation, take a deep breath and actually think about what you need to move through that sort of negative energy hump. I could have just said to you, stop doing your makeup, stop curling your hair, stop brushing your teeth, please. For the next 5 minutes, just pick up your stuff and then I'll be chill. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But instead you were like doing your makeup, pulling more stuff out, making more of a mess, doing this. And then I was trying to like overcompensate by not just asking you to do the thing that like I needed you to do. Mm-hmm. And you could have just said, okay, I'm going to pick up my stuff. You go cool off in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just like breathe and talk about it because I was just getting very angry.
Just out of curiosity, when Mom was quote unquote letting you do or be how you were, how did that feel? Was that working for you or was that just working for Mom that she was letting you be?
It definitely didn't work for me. And I was actually going to say, thank you for bringing this up, because I was actually going to say that if you are somebody that's going to practice the let them theory, the other person that you're letting do their thing is probably going to get more of whatever emotion they're feeling before they're going to get less.
Yes.
You letting them, it's like when a kid is having a temper tantrum and you just let them cry it out, you're going to get more angry before you're going to cool down. Yeah, it definitely was uncomfortable because I'm like, I just want to bitch you out right now, but you're just all chipper in the corner over there letting me do my thing. But I do think it would have been nice if you could have just said, because Dad brought up the guilt thing and how you let my guilt get the best of me. But if you don't care and you're going to let me do my thing, it would have been nice to just be like,
well, I don't think it's about her
no, it's
not
not
caring.
My job.
She
Your job
does
to manage your guilt.
She does care, but ironically, there's nothing that she could have said that would have actually made the situation better.
But I will say it didn't. Well, maybe we're just getting nitty gritty now and we're just bickering again, but it didn't feel like, Ken, I seriously don't mind getting a car. It was like, I don't care. I'll get a car. That was the energy.
Okay, and here's how the let them theory works. Then let me get a car.
Fair.
Right? Just because I'm bitchy doesn't mean you have to own that.
True.
Awesome. Thank you for unpacking that. Anything else as a takeaway?
Pick up your shit.
Okay, thank you for that. Hug me next time, bitch. Okay.
Your makeup in every crevice of my room started it, babe.
What? Okay, we're going to stop right now. Okay, we're stopping this.
To
okay?
be continued.
To be continued. Did you want to say anything, Oakley?
No.
Okay, I want to share something with you that I would like to adopt as a family. You ready?
Well,
is this
let's
something that I
let's
do?
hear
Like,
it
do I do
before
this
we
thing?
decide whether
Yeah.
it should be
So
adopted.
so this is a tool I want our family to adopt. And it is something that I learned from our dear friends, Josh and David. Shout out to Josh and David. They learned it from their therapist, and it is called red light, green light. And when you are in a mood where you do not want to talk, or you feel overwhelmed, or you just need quiet, you just say to somebody you love, this is a red light moment. And you also can say to somebody, like, because I know Chris sits in his office and you're very peaceful and zen, and you're working on your master's in spiritual psychology, and you've just hung up a Zoom where you've been coaching one of your coaching clients, and I come rolling into your office like a tornado. And I'm not responsible for the fact that I'm probably disrupting your emotional peace. And one of the ways that you can also use this is when you walk into a room, go, hey, is this a green light moment? Can you talk about blah, blah, blah? Do you like that, guys?
First of all, great tool. And I was sitting here thinking about what it's like to be the person who has to exclaim that it's a red light moment versus the person walking in the room opening with, is this a green light moment? You know, you're sort of, there's two sides to the coin.
I agree. I think that it should come from
the red light moment?
Yeah, the person who needs the space, not you prompting it. And I think that is something, because then you will feel more ownership as the person drawing the boundary, rather than like, is this okay for you right now? And then you're like, I don't know. Because then if you say that and then they're like, no, sorry, it's not, then I always feel
bad that you came in.
And I think that is something that we have worked on in our relationship, and it's still a work in progress, but you've gotten really good at, before you used to just like advice vomit whenever I was having a problem. And it was so frustrating because sometimes I didn't want advice. I just wanted you to listen and not. And you still do this thing that is way better than the vomiting of the advice, but is still sometimes triggering for me when I come to you with something and you go, well, do you want me to listen or do you want advice? And that feels very much so, okay, well, if I tell you that I just want you to listen, I know you're just thinking about all the advice you want to give me. Do you know what I mean?
I actually love that cue because I feel like it allows me to know how you need me to show up.
Maybe then I'm just in real time realizing that I need to be the one that tells you what I need, not you ask.
Yes. Well, sometimes you don't know what you need. That's why I use that phrase.
But sometimes it's hard sometimes when, my whole point being that I think it should come from the person that needs the space, not the prompting of the, what's your light? What's your light? What light? What light are you? What light are you? It's like, walk in. Hey, Chris, what's up? How was your Zoom call? Assess the situation. If he's like, oh, great, it was awesome, Mel, what's up? Then you can go in. And then if he goes, it's actually a red light, then you can back off. But if you were to just take 30 seconds and kind of assess, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Am I shutting you down?
No.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I'm grumpy because I'm hungover. And I'm like, I'm going to strangle you if you don't pick up every single thong that's on my ground right now. I have so much sympathy for your life.
Yeah.